Homies, ladies and germs,
Hell yeah, brother.
welcome back. We have the double barrel bong rip today.
Let's go.
We're here, back with West, back with Tyler, back to bring you news in the dry season. It's officially hit that point, but
It's the drama season.
yeah, it is the drama season. That's also what happens because this is the time where everyone's stuck inside. They're cold as hell. They can't ride any rides or do any other activities, I guess, outside. And we're still going through that. I guess that was not small. He said it was small. What are you smoking here today, though?
Honestly, just the keef burnt on the first hit, so the other stuff wasn't ground up that great. So that's why I could still kind of extend it. I'm smoking a 25.7% hybrid, bottomless mints, and I have a bong with some keef on top and 2 joints standing by on the side.
You already know I'm just doing the regular bong rips. But I got me some Solar Glow. 28. I think basically flat. I think 28.01. So I was like, let's go. Yeah, it's been hitting. I really like this charade. I also have I just picked up. I forgot what else I just picked up. Oh, is it Appleman's? I don't know. I've been going back to that for a bit, but
You're an Appleman stan, dude.
I mean, it's came out like recently, and I'm like, this shit's nice. I was eyes peeled for a bit, and I still am. I still think my all-time favorite, and the reason why I like those two is because they give me a similar vibe to the Blue Dream High. That's like my favorite everyday go-to if I can, to be honest. A bit harder to find in my area now, though. It used to literally be, oh, don't get it. It's the most usual basic. But now it's like kind of hard to find.
I'm not into sativas too much anymore, but mostly because they don't stock my favorite sativa I used to have. And man, let me tell you, it was amazing.
What was it?
That'd be a good thing to ask me if I didn't just have a huge hit to the head.
I used to love Sour D. I used to really love, because I'm not really big into straight up or hard sativas anymore. Like if it's sativa, it has to be a blend. So that's why I've always been. That's why Blue Dream for me was.
It was called 64 Sunrise, and it was really good for being outside, walking around. The trees outside would have like the loveliest little effects. It was just a very good very good head high, euphoric feeling. And then my second favorite weed was a hybrid Cinderella XX. It gave like a really good body high. So if you happen to get physical attention during those times, it was amazing.
That's hilarious. But no,
and the bong is dead. Sorry for coughing really loud on the mic there. Hopefully I emmed it away.
No, I mean it's actually part of the cast. I probably coughed over 500 times on this cast throughout its episodes. Which season 2? This is the final episode of season 2. Well, I guess Stonies will be, but final main episode.
I think we should do the Stonies live at the barn of Jordan.
I have to see if the other co-hosts can have that set up, because that'd be awesome, and potential guests that are gonna come on. If anything, though, they might be pre-recorded, but
okay,
still,
because that'd be kind of sick.
That would be pretty sick. Technically, I don't know. Jordan's not a technical co-host. I almost called him a ghost. But he, in my opinion, he's like someone who can come on whenever. Like, I don't know.
Well, he would. It would be more so for the vibes because we'd be doing the Tampa Stumble together. I'm trying to get him to drive us because he just smokes weed. He doesn't drink. So.
Oh yeah, he just smokes.
Yeah, all the time. So.
All the time.
Crazy him being an athlete and having good lungs. So.
Yeah, he's the most athletic smoker. I mean, have you seen The Generation? No. Hopefully everyone has been staying warm because we just got dealing with a foot of snow and it has not gone away because it's been so cold. So, luckily, no more snow in my area because I will be, like what was said about it earlier, in Tampa, hanging with the brothers and Buzz for the Tampa Stumble. Mostly that Thursday. That's where we're probably just gonna be chilling. Like, we're just gonna be vibing. Probably hit BGT for a bit. Oh no. Otherwise, I'm excited to just finally be there and hang. You know, have a nice vacay.
Mm-hmm. It's needed. Yep. It's a vacay for me too. Planning to see friends is always fun. You know, take a day off. Especially the Stumble, obviously, and you know, we click as good homies right away. So,
man, and then you haven't really formally been to a Buzz Bars event. Also, it's gonna be a vibe. Trust.
Sweet. I got my IG active again, so follow my IG Brothers of Back Row.
Yes. And shout outs to Tiff for putting in for the Stonies here. We have all of them there. I'm going to be retweeting this week, by the way. This upcoming week. Everything. So you can still put stuff in. It's not going to be done until we record, so.
Nice.
Like the answer inputs. And I will be reposting the stories as well. I'll be doing like 3 a day leading up to it. So it's going to be like the last 3 or 4 days before. So, Stonies. If you haven't, I know Twitter is where it is up right now. You can actively vote. But we're bringing them back. Which I feel like I should have some Game Award music or something. But no. I'll do that for the Stonies if it comes to fruition. With the Game Award, I don't know. I'm trying to think of if I could make one. That'd be kind of fun. But it might just come with a royalty free. Regardless, let me pull up the actual Stonies. Here we go. So, Stonies coming back. The awards, we had the best show. You know, what's something that you found like amazing? It could, and I want to also elaborate more on the cast too, because on some of these categories, like the best show literally could have been like something you literally saw like passing by. It doesn't have to be a sit down. It could have been a parade. It could have honestly been just an interaction happening around that. Generally, could have been a show at that point because that interaction is so full-fledged and such a full experience. It could be anything like that. So
I'm excited to reshare them on my Instagram because I feel like we have 2 different. Like our Twitter circles are similar, but our Instagram one might be a little bit different.
And we need the dichotomy. We need the we need the difference in opinion so we can get a true broad aspects for the Stonies. We want everyone to put in. Anyone possible. Like, seriously. That's what I would truly want. So I can get a... Because whoever wins, it doesn't matter. Because it's the Stonies. And it really is arbitrary. It doesn't matter at all. But it's also fun to just make fun of. If it's something I don't like. And to say if something you like and I don't like and it wins, it's perfect.
Like if Cheetah Hunt wins anything, I am...
Well, luckily, Cheetah Hunt, I don't think was in any sort of... actually, no. Cheetah Hunt was in the underwhelming mid.
Yeah, the mid category for sure.
But I think that was a bit of a bias influence. I'm not gonna...
From who?
You know, just... I didn't say anything, but... You know, just a few brothers that liked sitting in the back row.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, did I vote that? Because, like, I think it's worse than mid. Like, for me, mid is, like, something that I'll do.
Same.
Like for me, mid, what's a good mid example?
Yeah, because that's another award, by the way.
Like,
the mids. You got a bag of mids. It was not as good as you expected.
Yeah. Like Twisted Colossus.
See, I need another ride where I'm not blitzed and night ride, but we almost got a duel. And even then, it was still fucking. It was ripping. It was ripping. But you said that about Wicked Cyclone too. But you think Twisted Colossus is worse than Wicked Cyclone?
No.
Okay.
Wicked Cyclone was the slowest RMC I've ever experienced. It was crawling, silky smooth, but crawling through its layout. So every inversion was hang time, and hang time on RMCs isn't like the most fun. So.
Air Force One and Wildcats would like a word, but
Yeah, those are fast. They're not uncomfortably slow like Wicked Cyclone.
I get what you're saying.
You know, like you still have upward inertia and momentum from the element.
You know,
this thing was took its inversion like Cheetah Hunt takes its inversion.
Yeah, but it's a family thrill.
Yeah. It's a family doo-doo dog water.
Look, I truly think if Phoenix Rising didn't, shuffle them to death, it would probably be. I mean, and even then, shitpost aside, Phoenix Rising is a better family thrill, in my opinion.
Dude. So everyone on TDR that's going to the Stumble, which is just Kelly and Mike, are excited to ride it. So I'm gonna try to ride with them. They'll be some of the only people I know besides you.
Don't worry, everyone's very open. Everyone's very open, welcoming.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to bring some beers, but I don't know how to get beers inside.
Oh, no, it's not inside. It's tailgates.
You just, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, you just...
Then that, you know what we're going to do Thursday? We're going to go to all the breweries and get some fucking 6-packs, dude.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's what we'll do. We'll get our, prep our shit.
Yeah, because I'm also very curious about some of these, vegan areas, right? Like,
oh yeah, of course. There's the one that's pretty close to Busch Gardens and like cool part of town that has a lot of breweries and stuff. So yeah, the best chicken wings in Tampa, baby. Vegan International.
Man, I haven't had beers and wangs.
We'd have to take it to go because they don't have beer there.
Oh yeah, I know, but still. Beers and wings. It's been too long.
Hey, yeah, that's good shit.
The beer and pizza, beer and burgers, but not beers and wings in a while.
It's a shame St. Pete's far away from my place because good food over there too. What do we got going on?
I'm trying to think of what else here.
The drama-verse. There's some dramas that people are talking. I feel like I just noticed people talking about drama. Obviously, I have little daily dramas because I'm an aggressive person. But I don't think I have beef of too much.
Yeah, let me finish.
I don't like a lot of them. But...
And then I'll get into that.
Okay, sorry, I saw you on Twitter.
Oh yeah, no, I was just looking to see. I was like, Jesus Christ. But the Trippy Award, Best Demon, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. What ride do you think immerses, or do you appreciate the theming the most? So in that aspect, when that is reposted, think about that. What is this? Oh, the Mids Award, we covered that. The Double Deuce, the Best Innovation. What do you think? It could be any ride. But what do you think is the best innovation that has happened? And it could be, honestly...
You said could be any ride? What if I unironically just drop, Demon Drop?
I mean, yeah. If that wins, when the Demon Drop come out?
The fucking... The 80s? What?
Yeah, because it got relocated, right?
Oh, it's not on fucking Roller Coaster Database because they're losers.
Let's see here. So, history. Debuted in 1983 at Cedar Point. 1984 was shut down as an incident happened on the edge on a similar ride. But it opened 2 days later, but it got relocated to Knott's Berry Farm for 2010. And then... Okay, no. The story of it was Cedar Point announced it would go to Knott's Berry Farm. But then it was relocated to Dorney Park instead.
So good. Being blackout, chanting and shouting at a Halloween event was one of my favorite things.
I'm not gonna lie, that ride would hit at Knott's though. Demon Drop, that would hit at Knott's, but they really need it at Dorney Park. It really does make it. It helps its weird, quirky lineup. That classic feel. So I think in general it was a good trade off because Knott's is an amazing park, already on its own. So, but yeah, what were you even talking? let's say arrived from 1983. Yeah, just going all the way back here. Wins the Stonies for best innovation. Then I'm pretty sure people get what this award show is. But don't take it seriously. But I would be so down for it. Because, like, I can just see years where it's, like, actual, you know, or a lot of the awards, like, are actual awards. You know, or some years where it's, like, not as memey, or some years it's just a fucking shit fest. It's just fucking shit posts, brain rot all over the awards. And I'd be down for it. I think having change, just difference, and also it's interesting because we all have different opinions anyway. And a lot of people, you know, there's newer people in the hobby, there's veterans in the hobby, people coming back into the hobby,
weirdos in the hobby.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think there's a percentage because I think we're all weirdo for this hobby. I'm not gonna lie, but
fair
to an extent. Yes, there's a ratio of there's a barometer, right? There's a level. Now what were we talking about? The double deuce award. So the Night Award, best night ride. What do you think is the best ride at night? Because in general, I think every ride is just kind of better at night. I mean,
okay, let me paint a picture. Getting hit in the face with water and mosquitoes on the bottom of Kumba's drop because they have the camera there at, 60 fucking 70 miles an hour, whatever, how fast it is, fucking sucks.
Okay, so that's not a good night ride, but a really good night ride is I would say, and let's keep it in the same state, Velocicoaster. Because it's not pitch black. Because I mean, some people, you know, you could put in the Beasts, the Voyages, because those are incredible night rides. But Velocicoaster for me is high up there because the lights, the first part of it isn't lit up, so you still kind of are in the dark. And then you're over the midway, just everything looks so gorgeous at night. It's just, It almost like it peaks at night, the aesthetic of it. So
does Thunderhawk with its like lighting along the way. A lot of wooden coasters, old school.
You know, yeah.
Obviously, the ones that go through the woods.
I was thinking that at Lake Compounds when I was standing by Wildcat, and I was just like, I just feels like I just went back like 30, 40 years.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like what's Hershey Park's Lightning Racer back there? The lighting package they have. It's simple, but man, does it make a difference at night.
And the OG award. It might be the Snoop Award or some shit, but the OG award is the best classic ride. This could be any ride too. It could be a coaster or a flat ride. We had a lot of coasters, obviously, because they stand out more as classics. That one's self-explanatory too. And then obviously the best coaster and best park. Those are still self-explanatory as well. Literally, they could be your favorites. Like, if nothing toppled your favorite, and it's still your favorite of 2024, and you haven't rode it since 2005, okay. Best park, best coaster, you know. So.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Otherwise, that's the Stonies. Go ahead and throw in when we do the reposting on the socials. At the High Rollers DMV on Instagram and High Rollers C on Twitter. But yeah, what is apparently a lot of people can relate because I just threw this up as a shit post and just but it does seem like a lot of it is UK. I don't know what the hell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from what I've gathered, it does seem like a lot of it is UK, but still, I will take. I was like, whenever it is like something closer to home, let's say that, like it, and then I see it, I'm just like, gosh, can we just not? Can we just not? Sometimes I guess it's understandable, but sometimes it's just very silly. Like, the most recent one, honestly, was the whole car situation, where people were basically saying, "Oh, you think we should thank you or get on your knees?" Or the people were like, there were some people kind of overstepping and shit like that. But at the first part, they were saying they were liars and just cloud chasing and had no references or sources. I don't know what's worse. To be honest, in general, I was just like, we should all just be sad that this ride is gone. This is the biggest loss of all of these rides being lost in 2024. And we should be mourning it. You know, it was put out as a warning. You could heed it as you see. You know, use your own intelligence and whatnot. I'm not questioning anyone's, by the way. I'm just saying that use your own perception, your own... what you have learned to believe, what you have learned to take at face value. You know, some people got the last ride, some people didn't. And it is what it is.
Rip, I did not. I was in denial, though.
I mean, yeah, so there are different reasons for denial, besides just, like, people weren't just saying, oh, they were liars. It was just like, there's no way, even though they got those sources, that it had to be wrong. Like, it had to be a game of telephone. It had to be something different. You know? But that implosion, man, that video is going to hurt. That is going to be one of the most painful videos in the industry to see. But I have to watch it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, explosions are cool. I don't understand why people are so happy about it. It's so weird. It's like, man, that thing is the biggest, coolest fucking thing.
I don't think a lot of people are happy about that. But I'll say I was not a fan of Nighthawk at all. But I'm still not necessarily happy that... Okay, these parks right now haven't really been adding much. And then now they say, hey, we're adding something. And then they're getting rid of something. It's like, it feels like it should almost be the vice versa. Whereas, hey, we're getting rid of this, but expect something new to replace or come in the future, right? King's Dominion basically did that with Volcano. They got rid of Volcano. Hey, we're replacing it. Now they're replacing it with Raptera. This opening year, we're getting rid of Anaconda. Like,
yeah,
it's like they have these great moments, and then they just kick you in the balls right after. It's like, give us the bad news first. That's how I feel at the moment. Like, I do agree parks change. They can't stay the same forever. And the rides that are being removed, besides Kingda Ka, really did not stand the testament of time. Like, they weren't classics, they weren't standouts, they weren't marquee attractions of the park.
If you're talking about the Cedar Fair Six Flags thing, because I would argue that like Scorpion, you know.
Yeah, that's why it is feeling leery, because it's not just United Park. We talked about this last episode, but like a lot of parks are just doing it. There's something in this episode that we're talking about, another park closing something that isn't just Cedar Fair and all that stuff. But I guess let's get into it, because honestly, fuck the drama. Fuck all that stuff. Hopefully you guys can, like, you know, sit in some springs, have a joint, flourish, and sit in your own lane.
Speaking of, I'm gonna spark up the old Lazy Susan here.
Yeah, I'm actually about to pack another one, but yeah, that's actually a beefy bit of news. I'm not gonna lie, beefy bit of news to end the last newscast of season 2. Which, thank you all for even listening, keeping up, all that stuff, because yeah, it's crazy that there's even about to be, you know, 3 years of this. That's kind of wild. But Mattel Adventure Park. Oh yeah, I just clicked on the same thing. Let's go back here. There's a progress. So this was actually like 2 weeks ago, but that.
And this is in what country?
This is in Arizona, Glendale.
Oh,
Glendale.
So
Arizona.
America.
Yes. And
That's
America. Tight. Yeah. So
what is that? What is that red thing?
That is, I think they're both the same coaster. So this is Hot Wheels Twin Mill Racer. Oh no, the red one's Bone Shaker, and the blue and yellow is Hot Wheels Twin Mill Racers, which I think they're both made by Chance Morgan. So
ooh.
I think the red one though is a hybrid GTX model, which everyone is excited about because obviously of Lightning.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the trains though, because what confused me about those trains when I got on Lightning Run is like, Yeah, like they look like their own trains, but you sit in them and they're an RMC. Like the restraint, the seatbelt, everything is an RMC.
It doesn't look like it's going to be open when they say it's going to open.
Set to open late 2025, third delay from original. February 2022. I don't even remember that shit.
Yeah, exactly. So I have a feeling if that's the speed that they're building, I don't think they're going to be done.
So I don't know the progress of the other one. I know there's one coming, I think close to the Chicago area, if I remember, and it made me not as excited for these projects, because I still am excited, right? But I found out they're kind of similar to like a Nickelodeon universe and like the Dream Malls and stuff, where they're gonna be, similar experiences of like, hey, this is gonna be it. Now they're outside, so they probably have room for expansion. But I do see what it seems like right here. If you see, I'm circling like, I don't know if they own those complexes. Those are clearly like apartments or hotels of some sort. So. The building is Via Resort. Yeah, that's actually, they give it there. Thank you, Sean, ranking the theme parks. Very, very detailed post.
I'm gonna go follow him.
Sick. Just follow.
There's a cat on my lap.
Go ahead and follow Ranking the Mouse.
Is that his name?
Yeah. Oh, and congratulations. I mean, it was last year, but they had a kid, and they're probably a year old now. It's huge.
Sean ranks the mouse. Cool, let's do it.
But yeah, I think these are going to be more in the family entertainment center, like barely amusement park. But I hope that the Hyper GTX is another, or that both of these models show that, hey, we could. Why don't you guys give us some chance here? No pun intended.
Haha, boom! That was fantastic, dude.
But seriously, give us a chance and. You're trying to be cheap right now. We're pretty cheap, for a pretty good ride. And smooth. Like, Lightning Run is very, very smooth. And when you look at it, like, I kind of, Wallen Ballin has his opinions, but I do kind of agree when you look at this, it looks painful as hell. Like, it kind of looks like Aero Track in 2025. But
I feel like you can't tell the depth of it because, like, it's high, so I feel like it's gonna...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I open up a new image.
Looks sick.
It does look sick. But, like, the profile looks crazy, basically. I think we're getting to the point of, like, profiling is going to be wild. But I think also, too, compared to other manufacturers, the way that their track looks is just more aged than others. So it probably does look, not as refined.
I think it
because it looks like a similar to like a Morgan. It's generally like a Morgan like track.
That transition right there is just pretty nuts.
Yeah.
The one coming out of it too. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be cool, and I think there's gonna be a clone of it. If I remember correctly, it's gonna be a clone of both of these rides in the Chicago area. So West Coast can go to Arizona, and East Coast and Midwest. Or wherever part of Midwest you live, Midwest is huge. You can go to Chicago or Arizona. Yeah. Mattel Adventure, please. Now, these parks are now... They really gotta stop scratching their asses. I did not realize 2022. When did Palindrome and all that get... I think that was supposed to be open 2023.
Yeah, it's a race for the slowest. Let's go.
And Disney was the king of that because Tron took how long?
Tron took, like, what, 5 years?
I thought it was like 6 years. Which is insane because that was already built in Shanghai or wherever else. I don't know if it's Shanghai. It could be Tokyo. But regardless, what point still stands. You've built the exact same thing. Just had to fit it, in that tomorrow. Yeah, just a little bit crazy. And this is what I meant because Kentucky Kingdom is like, hey, guys, you're getting... these 3 new rides that are coming to the park, right? Fantastic. And then right after that, I'm going to go to this news down here. They're getting rid of 3 rides. I don't think it was formally announced. Yeah, right here.
They're like, no one is getting more rides than they start with.
Right. It's like, why didn't you just say this first? And it's like,
oh, you got 10 rides? You're staying with 10 rides.
It's like, did all the parks come together and say, hey, you know what, we're gonna do execute order 66. Like
to get a little give, gotta have a little take, I guess.
Like we're gonna come together and just Thanos snap the entire amusement industry. Now obviously it's not that bad. But like it's like every single park it feels like. Hold on, I feel like I'm peeking a little bit here because of what's happening on the mic. Every single park is like going insane, which is like, all right, you know, we're adding something. You know, get excited for the future. Let's take out like more or about exactly the same what you're getting. Okay, the capacity's not going to change. Like what you're adding probably has worse capacity in mind. I just don't get it. I get it. I get it actually, from a business perspective. But it's frustrating. Like you can't just keep. You can get rid of one. Yeah, just one. Like Cyclos is fun. Cyclos is good. The Larson Loop you can get rid of, I guess. You know. But the Rapids ride? Now they don't have a water ride. I don't think of that part. So, I mean, they're getting rid of all those penguin. I don't even know what they were. I don't know, those Intamin Rapids. So that those two make sense. But Cyclos, why? Those run like at so many other parks, just fine. Getting ridership.
Is that like the Zozo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, where's that at though? That sounds familiar, but
the Zozo's in Planet Coaster.
I think it is. No, it's not. So. The Zozo is the classic inverting ship.
I'm excited to get a trip report on this cast again. It's been too long.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is in Planet Coaster, but I'm pretty sure it is in the game. It's a Imperial model, Discovery, Midi, Revolution. I just don't. Why get rid of that? Why? Yeah. So. They're might be going for more family. Who knows? Regardless, the park's gonna look a bit different. A lot of these parks are gonna look a bit different next year. You know, I know I'm gonna feel it as we're gonna get to right after Berserker. So I said the cast before. You know, I felt it. You know, if they're really going for these crazy, like the Thanos snap, then yeah, I feel like, you know, if the Purge is coming, that's obviously on the chopping block. So when me, Airtime Mike, Greg, Kat, Bob, we all were riding it for last rides. Yeah, we were singing Amazing Grace, you know, because we had a feeling. And lo and behold, it's the last Intamin shuttle standing, and is now the last one to be gone. Now, I like those rides a lot, personally, because I love hang time. The load and unload process is god awful, but I really do enjoy those rides. I'm not gonna lie. I get it. They really didn't have the ridership, but this one hurts a bit more than Anaconda because I don't know, like, where it's plotted at. I don't think they could really put anything else there. They probably can. They could probably use a bit more. Because it did take a very small plot. But yeah, Berserker's gone, Anaconda's gone. It's going to be weird walking into the park next year for me. It's going to be weird.
I mean, Raptera will be open.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's like, those rides are gone. I'm trying to think of a way to put my words. Those rides are gone. But I have Raptera there. It's just going to feel different for sure. It's like, well, what the heck happened?
It'll be new Volcano.
I hope. And then, you know, all I know is that let me go over any more closures so we can just get all the sadness out of the way. Oh, there's good news though. Oh, actually, what do you think about this Kumba stuff?
I just saw updates about that
Really?
like 40 minutes ago.
Nice.
Yeah, let me. I was tagged in it, or I was asking about it. So you talk about that, and I'll talk about what I saw. There's workers on top of it at the very top of the lift hill. There's people.
At the top of the lift?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what they could be doing.
Yeah, inspections, something.
It's like, I don't know. I feel like we won't know until they just well, they'll just open it and it's like, oh, cool, you know, just like the whole thing where there's the guys. It's definitely closing at the end of 2023. Get your last rides.
Yeah. Well, there's always the naysayers, right? That's why I take everything with a grain of salt. But I mean, what do you have? The sinkhole thing?
Is there a sinkhole thing?
No, there was a Dippin' Dots post about it.
Oh yeah.
saying that B&M potentially knew about it, or it's like, come on. God, that is such a lovely shot. I love that coaster.
I do love Kumba. I can't wait to get back on it.
Yeah, right there.
Is that Dippin' Dots? That's it?
No, it's the Dippin' Dots guy. It's the Dippin' Dots guy. You got to follow that guy. There you go. Kumba sinkhole.
I'm like, I don't know. Like, I see him enough just on my timeline. I feel like I almost follow him as it is.
Oh, okay, fair. But that's the Kumba article right there.
Like, nothing against him. It's just like he just be shitposting a lot.
You want me to read that?
Like these shitpost rumors. Nope, Kumba is very far from okay. So this is a Facebook. I think it's a Facebook post, but like that already for me when I see that stuff, for me it puts it down to like, okay, you know, we'll see when an actual report comes out, but it doesn't even show the name, so I can't even say who this is from. But nope, Kumba is far from okay. Based on what I know and my understanding of the situation is that Kumba will be closed for an indefinite period of time, possibly permanently. A sinkhole back in that part of the park has compromised the structural support of Kumba at some of its concrete-based supports. Busch Gardens knew about this and have been knowingly operating Kumba in an unsafe condition for at least a year. And the park is currently in a lot of shit in the state of Florida for all this, and already been fined once, maybe looking at a multi-million-dollar fine next. This will probably be reported in the media eventually. But the only reason it hasn't yet is because no reporter has filed an FOI request with the state regarding their investigation. So, from that post, people came up with their thoughts. Those are quote tweets. Generally speaking, shout out to Jen. Every time I say that now, I personally don't think they're this inept.
You know, the thing is, I wouldn't put it past them.
Like, look, if it comes out as true, then all holds barred. I almost want to say, don't go to any United Parks and Resorts park, because who knows what the hell they're just saying to get away with, right?
True,
but
that's.
No, what were you saying?
No, I'm saying because that'd be like unsafe practices. Fuck that.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think that they would literally see a sinkhole or realize it's like fucked. Like, and they're like, oh yeah, let's just keep running. It's not gonna get that bad. Like, they have to realize at some point, like they're not that inept. Like, come on, they are not that incompetent.
Yeah,
there's no way they're not risking lives like that. And if it comes out that they are, then honestly, I can't believe they've stooped that low. Like, you may as well run a fair. Like, you may as well run a fair.
It feels that way sometimes.
What the heck? Oops. No, Kumba, I think right now is probably going through probably just like something like a left I'm just gonna say like something like a left motor or some sort of structural integrity. It's like, okay, we got to deal with it, and maybe they're scratching their ass on it, so it's seeming like it's worse.
Yeah, because it's Busch Gardens. That's fair. Honestly, it's such a good ride. I hope they get it open soon.
Yeah, or maybe like.
Honestly, I hope it's open for y'all, because fuck.
Is it still closed?
Yeah, it's been closed.
It's okay.
That's why all the rumors are starting. It's been closed since like mid-November.
Mid-November? That is a long time. Dude, Wali's open though.
Yeah.
Oh shit. No.
Ooh, so Shikra, that's good.
Let's see Kumba here. Today it was not open.
Yeah, I know.
Was it open yesterday? People would have been talking about it.
No. Yeah. Dude, go back to like December 10th.
Let's go to okay. December 10th. Why are you not letting me do that?
You're in 2025.
Oh, my bad. All right. Jump to wrong date, but I think it was open actually on the 15th. Yeah, it was open then. Was it open on my birthday? No data. They were closed. Okay, but it was open 17th for a little bit.
I was gonna say, was it? What, an hour?
Yeah, for like an hour. Then it was closed the next day, all day.
Probably just DM Juice and be like, hey, when did this thing close?
It is like, so when I go back further, it still says closed. Like, if I go back to like the earlier months, like around like Thanksgiving, it's definitely closed. Yep. So I don't know. I think that was a false report.
It's been insanely down.
Yeah, it was up the 8th. Up on the 9th. What about Sunday on that 10th? It was up and closed with the park. Up on the 11th. So I'm starting to think it was around Thanksgiving.
Went out with the turkeys.
It's like, look, I'm good.
God, their ops are so trash, man.
What? Busch Gardens?
Yeah. Like, especially with the cost of everything, like quality per cost is
That's what I always say. I'm just like, they damn near, if you were to pay at the gate, it's 120. Like, obviously people don't, but like you pay, it's $100 online.
Going to fucking Universal, dude.
Okay, Universal is like, I don't know if I could just walk up and pay 100 to get in the islands, but that'd be nice. But I don't think I can. It was around the 17th to 20th mark of November, so that's all that we need to know. But I'm trying to think of what else. Let's hear awesome concepts for some cool concepts actually. We're just gonna go down the line, I guess now. So Jeffrey Sieber's the freaking GOAT. As the lower queue of Metropolis Transit Authority will be complete. So they're basically just updating the theme and for rides, man, at the park. This ongoing effort to make the park look even better. Where are the Jeffrey Sieberts all over this industry? I'm just confused how like he's able to get so much done when like they aren't even like one of the highest attended Six Flags parks. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're barely in the middle when it comes to that statistic. I don't know. It's really good vibes when you go there. They just need for me, they need a really big elite. But Iron Rattler and Wonder Woman generally is that for a lot of people. So
the Florida one-day ticket is $100 for Universal Islands of Adventure.
Wait, what kind of ticket?
1 day Florida resident ticket.
Oh, that's a Florida resident. I can't just go there and be like, oh yeah, I want to go to Universal when I'm out here and be 100. Or technically, you could buy that, I guess, and I just pay the 100.
Well, that's the thing. It says guest 8 because I think I thought that before for like friends visiting. It says guests need to be 18 plus and to present a Florida valid resident photo ID at the front gate. But I don't know if I've ever seen them check, but I don't know if they would give a fuck.
Well, SNS.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Because I was just like, SNS is just like, I think they had a bit too many doobies. Because they forgot what roller coaster they owned. Because they tweeted, they posted on their Instagram, on which SNS roller coaster can riders experience a record-breaking 208-foot vertical track.
I heard about this.
And then, first off, they say Superman Escape from Krypton at Six Flags, which that's taller than that. So everyone's like, are they doing something with, did they blunder and did they say basically, show their cards and say, hey, we're gonna be doing something here with Superman? No, they're just clowns. And basically what happened was, as many of you noticed, we made a mistake in our recent trivia posts. Superman Escape from Krypton is not an SNS coaster. It was built by Intamin at Six Flags Magic Mountain, a park we have loved partnering with through the years. We apologize for this mistake and we have any confusion it caused. What probably happened is their media person is not a Thuzy and made a really big mistake. And let's not even say they're into the hobby. They just made a really big mistake without doing any research. Okay, but let's say that, like, I don't even know. I truly think that was a blunder on the media part. But like, what if it was something that they might be doing to Superman, and they weren't supposed to say it yet, and they're just covering it up or something like that? I mean, are you trying to go to Islands?
Dude, I'm checking the hours, because like it's not the closest from TPA, but park hours.
Well,
I mean, it closes at 7. So not the latest. You land early, so yeah. I mean, for me, it's not a big deal because I got free parking and I've got the pass, so I'm all about that.
I'll think about it.
All right.
I will think about it. SNS, I don't know. I don't know if this person still has a job. Hopefully, but yeah, SNS did not make Superman at Magic Mountain. I don't think they've made any ride called Superman. I could be wrong, but yeah, I just that's a really big blunder, to be honest. They're clowns. You guys need to fix Steel Curtain before even thinking about messing with another coaster anyway to fix. So if that is actually what was being insinuated, or is the underneath, which I truly don't think is what is being hidden underneath here. I just think there was a mistake, which is a pretty big but laughable one, as I'll say. But New Goliath looks great. I actually really like the scheme here. You know, I wasn't for it at first, but it looks pretty alright. I see they're trying to get rid of the camping theme, though, in amusement parks, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. I really want to feel that helix again right now, though. Pretty sure Paint Theory would probably be done by now. If it was, like, basically done by New Year's.
That color's insane.
It looks like a mini Fury. It's a black or, like, gray supports.
Oh, fuck, that's fucking... I dig that. Dude, that's gnarly.
Yeah, I can officially use my pass now at King's Dominion. Because Six Flags, that whole weird thing, with like how if you get a Cedar Fair one, the all park passport, or the Six Flags one, you couldn't go to the vice versa parks until January 6th of 2025, and obviously it's 10 days after that. So for some reason, if you wanted to use that pass early, go to warmer states, you can go ahead and do that. Now, officially, go ahead. Get those off-season rides.
Yeah, buddy.
Especially, actually, you can't do it at California's Great America yet, but... yeah, I would just say highly look at California's Great America is all I'm saying. For people that might want to go somewhere and get good rides. Who knows how long that might be, is all I'm saying. But no, your passes work now at all the parks, so I think that's kind of cool. I kind of want to experience it. I'm still debating on getting a King's Dominion pass, just because I always have had a King's Dominion pass, even though I'd be wasting money. Honestly, I just kind of... I'm actually curious to know what y'all are doing. If you've gotten this far, let us know what you're doing with your park passports. Are you getting a Six Flags one, a Cedar Fair one, and are you getting one for your park specifically for like prestige benefits? Or are you linking that in with all your park's prestige benefits? Anyway, the reason why I kind of got forced to do this Six Flags one is because I had to get into Six Flags New England, and I did not have a Six Flags pass anymore. So I knew that Six Flags still did the thing at the time that you had to go to that park. So, like, go to that park first to activate that pass. So I was like, screw it, I'm going to be there for the stumble. It's perfect to just get a Six Flags New England pass. With that, though, I've never not had a King's Dominion pass, so I still might shell out the money. And specifically for the prestige benefits, I think being able to get, bottled waters, air conditioning, and just relax, that would be a very nice benefit to the whole parks. So I'm gonna move on to something, just the smaller stuff. I think there's an awesome concept for alpine coasters coming. I think it's a racing alpine coaster, actually. I'm surprised this hasn't been done before. But it's the world's first ever. I think it's coming to Pigeon Forge. Yeah, it is, which obviously one of the capitals of alpine coasters. I'm actually not sure where this is. Oh, it's like right outside of Pigeon Forge, like the main area of it. But it's they're saying it's gonna have one of the most thrilling layouts, and it's being built right now. I wonder when it's gonna open. We look forward to spring of 2025. So they're trying to open this pretty fast. Okay, so hopefully, if you're going in the Dollywood area this year, the Pigeon Forge Racing Coaster, that's what this is called, should be open. It seems like they're going for a NASCAR theme. It has the NASCAR kind of stripes and all that stuff. So I think I can't wait to go back and ride it. I think, honestly, every time I go to Dollywood, even though I'm not getting new creds in the park, I'm getting new creds like at least one or like 2 to 3 from the mountain coasters. I still think Alpine Coaster is the best one. Ridey Bear Mountain is mid, just long for no reason, and has like 7 chain lifts.
That's what she said.
Yeah, well, you got to do something with that. All right, if you're gonna make it long, at least give it some substance.
Hey yo.
But no, and Goats is also up there too. It's really good. No, not Ridey Bear. It's the one like right outside of Dollywood. It's like the longest one. I can't think of the name right now, but it was not good. I have to look at my rankings. Rocky Top Mountain Coaster. That's what it was. Rocky Top is so mid. But Tom's the Tank Engine is leaving Kennywood. That's another thing. More stuff leaving. Now, who knows if the rides will be leaving, but Thomas, this is an article actually. I'm assuming, yeah, Pittsburgh local news reporting it. After almost 6 years at Kennywood, first off, I didn't even know Thomas, the Tank Engine, was still relevant in like the U.S. Or am I just bugging? Like, I thought it was, if it were relevant, it'd be more over in the UK and stuff, but oh no. After almost 6 years, one attraction soon will be riding off to the sunset as park plans to replace it with something new. A spokesperson from Pittsburgh Action 4 News, the park's Thomastown will be replaced with an updated thematic area complete with 5 rides. So, at least, yeah, this is how you should do it. This is how you should do it. You tell us, you get rid of it first, and then you tell us you're replacing it with something. Or you could give us what you're replacing with it now, but
this is perfect for the Thomas had never seen such bullshit meme.
Let's just play what's that Thomas Tank Engine meme song, or just play the Biggie over the Thomas the Tank Engine theme song.
The Biggie?
Yeah.
Oh, like Biggie Smalls?
Yeah, Biggie Smalls over the top. That is a classic. No. Nighthawk is already getting dismantled.
I missed that credit, man. It was closed.
Damn. See, that's when I always feel bad for people. It's like when they couldn't get the credit. But especially with coasters like this, like you have to at least try it once to get an opinion, in my opinion. Like, because some people liked it. It was, very small majority, a very small minority. But it's just like it's coveted, like in the community of like you have to experience how jank and fucked these are. Now,
yeah,
Batwing is still open for now, but that would not surprise me if they just say later in like the off season, or just like, hey, get your last rides, or just in general that like I'm telling you, when you go to that park, if you see it open, run to it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I might make it a money allowing. I might make it a plan depending on if it's open this year. Yeah. I only kind of want to do new parks and all that. So
Superman will be open this year, but I think one train again. Actually,
which one's their Superman? What's their Superman?
It's the Darien Lake clone. It's the Hyper, Intamin Hyper. Not bad, actually. It's good. It's just, being in that park. Like once you get, like, the further you get into it, you're just like, Jesus Christ! They just started throwing shit in. We're just like no thought and said fuck theming and fuck scenery. It's just grass and nothing. And this is Gotham City, guys. Grass and nothing. Oh. I would love for Six Flags America to be like, an actual park, but oh man, like there's rumors I'm hearing about it that if you haven't gone to that park or you want last rides and stuff, you maybe should go this year.
Planning on it.
I might be getting the California Great America treatment, so which it would not shock me. Like when you go to that park, it's a ghost town. They just put in all this into a retheme that apparently went over budget, and the retheme was like I said, why is there dinosaurs in a steampunk raft ride? Like, why? What's going on here? Like, it's just not coherent. Doesn't really make sense, and it really didn't bring anything new to the park. You just rethemed stuff. You closed off a whole area for a year, did nothing with it, and then rethemed it. Got enthusiasts to kind of like, you know, you kind of got them. I don't know if you gave them like some sort of benefits, but you got to say, hey, you know, an SOC is worth coming to the DMV area for. I'm sorry, like no one's going to believe that.
Yeah.
I still can't believe. I still gotta ask, like, I still gotta ask the people like that said that. Like, one of them, I'm like, okay, did you really mean that? Because like that's some glazing I've ever seen it. And I know a lot of people can have opinions, but come on, all they did was add vest restraints. They didn't reprofile it. They didn't give it the Great Nor'easter treatment or like, I forgot what the other ones that are also reprofiled, but. But yeah,
I like those.
You like SLCs?
Yeah, I mean, I've only been on like 3, and they were all decent ones. I think I've been on New England's. God, I forget right now, but I think I've had 3 of them.
Yeah, the layout of them is not bad. It's the fact that how they track the layout.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah, it shuffles and all that. Yeah, I was passing out from that 4D coaster thing already.
All right, we're not 4D coaster fans here. They're flat rides. I'm sorry. I count them, but shitposter flat rides. Teardown flyers though. After like 11 months or more being closed, no, it's been closed since April of 2024. It's actually testing.
Oh, so we steal a baby.
I don't need the cred.
I don't either, but I still want to ride it. I guess I have my niece in the upcoming few years.
Dresden Park does islands peaks at night. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll have it, so it'll be fun.
Oh shit! Because it is gonna get dark at like 5.
6.
It gets it gets darker later in southern states, I think. Remember?
Yeah, because we're not as far north.
Because, like, I'm telling you, that's why.
And the days are starting to grow again, which is thank God.
Yeah, seriously. I'm hoping.
Except for coasters, it's a shame that parks only close at 7, but fucking close it out. Last ride of the night.
Why are you playing this again? I personally am like, they need to make it to where spring is always comes early. I feel like it hasn't come early in like so long. Yeah, I love the heat. I love the sun. I love vitamin D. It just is what it is. But at least Alton Towers also did it the right way too. They said they were getting. They're adding in something. They're adding back their Huss, their new Huss, and I'm wondering if it's the new modern Huss stop spins that they were talking about like last year from Huss. But Alton Towers has unveiled the name of the new record-breaking attraction, Toxicator.
Dude, the theming on those are cool though.
No, the theming's cool.
You should make one with like a cool little thing on Planeco. Also, I can't. My mental capacity right now can't play that game. So
yeah, Jordan,
I'm so out of practice with it. So
yeah, Jordan was saying it's like you're supposed to be doing the food court. I was like, all right. And I get back on. I'm like, what's that with the food court? I'm joking, but like I get it. It's a lot. You have to like, all right, sit down, look through the pieces.
Dude, like I was searching benches and bins and I couldn't find things. It was really weird. Like I was having some issues. Like I said, the game's kind of been buggy for me since I got it. So I think that wasn't helping my terrible skill issue.
No, I think a lot of stuff was placed in different places because I know I just got used to finding where all like I'm still finding or getting confused where windows and doors are, but I know where they are. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's not PC one. I gotta go to building, and then for decorations, and then windows and doors. So it's just stuff like that, where it's just like the different UI changes. But to be honest, it'd be cool if they did an update for people like. I know they have it for like editing softwares, and they have it for like some games too. Where if you're familiar with a certain game or software that's like, hey, do you want a layout similar to this or this? And it's like, sure. But hopefully they can do something like that. That'd be cool too.
I had like cool hotkeys for the first game, like on my mouse for like duplicating, like, you know, like the copy and move type of thing. Like I could do a whole bunch of stuff with just my thumbs.
I think you can do that. Like you could set the hotkeys now. I know that was in the
yeah. I just, to me, it's I'm like so out of it. Like I'm behind the 8 ball. I feel.
Mm-hmm. I'll just start going to sandbox and just make a coaster.
Mm-hmm.
We already covered this. Oh yeah, the event only Ricky's will be at. And I'm not afraid to say that. Winter Chill Out. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's maybe cool to go once, but after that, you really don't gotta go again. Being cold and just looking at rides that are great, and not being able to ride them, that kind of fucking sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, we're cold, and you don't get to enjoy things.
I mean, they show you cool behind the scenes stuff. This picture is really overselling it. They make you think you're gonna see Millennium Force Train just sitting out there in the snow. It really doesn't ever snow for this, and like, you do see like cool like behind like, but a lot of the times it is stuff you've done before. So if they're not adding a new ride, like, okay, you know, like at least Siren's Curse is coming this year. So for people that really like the event, I guess it makes more sense to go every few years. 5 years or so, where you can truly get behind the scenes on something that's new.
Yeah, I mean, and there's so many Cedar Point fanboys. They love that.
Yeah,
like you said, the Rickies, like, you know, oh, I saw Millennium Force's cable lift.
Yeah, well, it was so hot seeing the wheel bogies of Millennium Force. Like, I'm just like, because there was like a joke about going with that with the coaster like a week ago, where it's like, guys, can we just like say, is it acceptable to say the coasters were hot? And it's like,
oh yeah,
and I'm like, I get it in the sense of like when you see a good picture like that shit's hot, like Will Smith, that's hot. But you know, we obviously went through something last year, a controversy, where some people could take that too far. But I don't think that's what that post was saying at all. I just think like, some of these pictures, some of these coasters are sexy, bro. Like, they look aesthetically pleasing. What were you saying?
I forget.
Let's do it, weed. But no, it's been cool seeing the first technical guests at Epic Universe. That's kind of a clickbait. Or should I say audio bait? I don't know. But Universal is allowed the first set of people to get on the property for like Terra Luna, Stella Nova, and I think maybe I think these might be influencers. I think about it. They might be able to get like behind the scenes, like, hey, this is what we're making so far. You know, make content about this. You know, which is still cool to be honest. Like, if I remember correctly, the first dates for these hotels was like March, like the late March. So that's when we would see actual first time guests.
But that's insane to think about, by the way.
What? That like
how
2 months
coming soon. Yeah.
Literally like 2 months and a week.
Do you think it like the crowds will die down a little bit at islands because of that, or at least studios?
So I think so. A lot of people have opinions. I have a bit. I'm gonna try to add a bit more nuance to mine, in the sense of I think that during off season,
smoking weed.
It's like, I'm smoking over my. No, I'm saying that like, in the like people are saying, oh, it's either gonna be more crowded or it's gonna be less crowded. Where I think it's gonna be like a little bit more to it. Like I think off season is going to be Islands and Universal Studios is gonna be dead as fuck, but Epic is still gonna be pretty popping. Like there's not really gonna be a dead day at Epic in my opinion for like the next 3-4 years.
Yeah.
But on the
especially with all the hype it's getting.
In the main season, like spring break, summer, HHN, even though they're not doing HHN, it's gonna bleed into all the Epic hype. Like they're gonna advertise that, why not go here, fuck it. Or maybe they're gonna open that park late and say, hey, if you don't want to deal with HHN, go here. Like that wouldn't surprise me either, because they close Islands around like 8, 9 on the later nights. So I think on the off season, Islands and Universal are gonna be dead.
I'm excited about that because that's where I have my pass too. So
I hope that's true, but we'll see if that everyone just because they're getting the 3-day passes, then they're kind of they're forced to get it.
Yeah.
That's where my other opinion is going to come in. It's not going to change at all. In fact, it might be worse because everyone getting in can only get into Epic for 1 day, which I think is just a mistake. I think it should at least be 2. I get capacity, but 1 day, come on. Like technically, I can go to Islands for both of those days, all those other days. Never touch Studios. Then if I go to Epic once, I'm void for everything else. It's like, what? Come on. I think it should be 2. It's a new attraction. You need people to get hyped for it, but I get they got to work out the kinks and everything. I get it, but seeing all that testing in the distance, it feels like you've been working on these kinks for a little while. So I don't know. Personally, I think it's gonna be the former, not the latter. But I also am kind of hoping, like, there's a bit of hopium in there, in the sense of, I'm hoping that they just die down on the off season, so people have reason to go ride Velocicoaster Hulk.
I think HHN is going to be crazy next year, especially depending on the IPs they might put.
Yeah, this is already speculation. I was thinking about putting it in the cast, but I'm like, this is way too early.
Yeah, it is too early. But those that do speculate, I think the IPs are going to make it fucking packed. So, plus all the 3-day passes for the out-of-towners for Epic, might as well take advantage of HHN.
The more I'm thinking about it, though, it's like they pay a 3-day pass, but they're trying to get into Epic. They get in 1 day. They're gonna go to the other parks the 2 days. It's like it's just inevitable. They paid that money, so it's like they might really be packed at the resort overall next year. Because I don't know if they're gonna keep it for this whole year or like after this year. Sorry. Like you have to buy the one, and it could be just. There's a bit of hopium here too. It could be just for like this opening period, the summer season, and maybe as soon as fall hits, they let it go. Who knows?
No, because the Florida residents are going to keep it packed.
Yeah, because it's something new to do. Yeah, and then they're gonna probably think the same thing. Hey, they're all gonna be at Epic, so we went once. It was cool. Let's go over there and go to ride Velocicoaster a bit. And I really hate how I'm just bringing up Islands because at this point in time, I really can't think of too much I would want to ride at Studios. E.T.,
E.T., hell yeah.
Men in Black.
Oh, no, don't get... if I talk about Studios, I get so nostalgic. I love that park, man. I know everyone's about Islands, but, man, I still really do love Studios.
I love what Studios used to be. With Jaws, Earthquake, Twister.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I mean, the new Harry Potter area kicks ass.
It is true.
Even though I don't like Gringotts.
I want to say Gringotts is kind of mid, and I think that's the only ride there, right? Like.
Yeah.
So that's why I generally do prefer the Hogsmeade area or Diagon Alley. Sorry.
It's just for me. I just like the overall vibe of like the city. I think they execute it so well. I like the dark area, whatever that cool little spooky backwoods area is called. There's a beer shop in the corner that's really good to get to and has like my favorite beer there. I always get it.
So it's like you might have to run in and get me like two Duffs. So
Yeah, I
that's the
could.
one
I
thing I
could.
love.
I
Um,
could. I probably don't have the ride tolerance. I'll probably have to take a break at one point, and I could go do that.
because I'm like, look, those Duff beers are not. They're they fucked up, and hear me out. They're not shitty enough. Those beers are delicious.
Mm-hmm. They are.
Like, and you're telling me Homer is buying those delicious beers from a can every single time? No, they're probably some fucking natty light, like
Yeah.
Luke Coors level, like they made them way too good. They're
Yeah.
delicious.
Mm-hmm. I drink them all the time at HHN. It's one of my go-tos.
But I am. Oh wait, so we're trying to do this Thursday?
Yeah.
Then we may see. You may finally be able to meet BCS / Thrill Culture, homie.
Hell yeah, let's go. Perfect timing.
I'll say literally perfect timing.
Yeah, sick. Fucking take over on that fucking Velocicoaster, baby.
Oh my god. I'm so hyped.
Let's get...
You don't understand.
Right.
Velocicoaster it's so special. Like, you're so lucky to have, like, people say, oh, you're lucky to have 305. And I am. I fucking am. Don't get it wrong. I am not jaded about that, but having Velocicoaster and being like, yeah, I want to ride it today. Or Gwazi, I'm like, yeah, I want to ride Gwazi today.
Yeah. You might be a little jealous of where I'm at.
I'm just like, look, I'm just saying I have a really good Giga. It's an amazing gig. I do love 305, but those rides are in my top 4. I'm just saying. Those two I just named, so... imagine just writing my top 4 just like whenever I want to. It's just bliss to me. But are you trying to get into Epic this year, or are you trying to wait?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, no, I'll probably wait till I can get a Florida resident like single day with my pass, which I think I can start doing that soon, but
yeah, it
really I'm kind of patient, man. Like I could wait a couple of months, even a year, if it means I don't have to wait. Like, because you don't understand. Like, I don't really wait a lot for Velocicoaster. Like that's the other blessing, you know. Like I go on the off seasons, especially my job allows me to do that kind of stuff. So it's like, man, I wait like 45 minutes usually, or to 15 to 45 minutes for Velocicoaster. You know, walk on a Mako type of shit. I'm Stony Baloney right now, by the way.
When I haven't even taken the second hit yet. When we used to go down,
I've been ripping down the first joint.
When we used to go down, we used to basically ride it all day, just being like, if we saw 30, 45, like, okay, cool, you know.
Yeah.
If it went up to like 50, 60, all right, we're gonna get, you know, food, whatever, chill out, ride something else, and then go back later when it dies down. Like,
I figured we'd do just pretty much Hulk, Spidey, Velocicoaster, and that. I mean, or you know,
and if you get a Haggis in there,
mm-hmm.
Or maybe save Hagrid's for Night Ride.
Just watch the times.
See, that's the dilemma I always have: is which Night Ride do I want? Like the last Night Ride do I want? Is either Hagrid's or is it Velocicoaster? And generally, you have to make that decision because Hagrid's line, obviously.
Yeah, I feel like if you get in Hagrid's at like 6, I don't know, if you could get through it by 6:40, we could make it in the line for Velocicoaster as well. But anyways,
we used to game
moving on.
Moving on to.
We don't have to park plan at our fucking.
You know, we'll keep the Universal stuff going.
Okay.
Because Fast and the Furious,
dude.
This is looking sexy. I'm sorry.
This
is looking. This is what I mean when it's like it's okay to say coasters are hot, because it's just like when you look at a good picture anyway of like anything, like a nice car, you know, of like you're like, damn, that is a nice looking. This is a nice looking coaster, bro. This is looking. I don't know how they make black coasters like the color scheme, because generally it's just black on black. It's blank. Like it looks like it came straight from the factory. and they just put it up. I don't know how they make them look so good. Velocicoaster looks so gorgeous, and it's just black. There's no scheme or anything.
Nope. Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
I answered that question on Twitter the other day. They were like, if you could repaint I-305, what would you do? And I said dark, like a dark black, and like a matte, black with the train's gloss black.
You see, the only reason they wouldn't do that is because they know how fast the wheels will just get destroyed.
Yeah.
It already happens on Velocity.
It'd be causing fucking forest fires. Just maybe, rubber getting shredded off.
Maybe. Yeah, it'd be rubbing. Shit.
I might need to take a food break, so I don't know how much more news we got.
We don't got much more because Park Asterix is adding a spinning coaster. This is one of the last things. It looks like a Gerstlauer spinning coaster. It's coming out in 2025. That's small little news here. And then the last of all the news, I think. Just doing a little check here. Oh, there's actually one more after, but the last of all the news here is the Magic Mountain patents. Actually, yeah, we'll do that and then we'll go into the good news. Because fuck Cedar Point and fuck Six Flags. So they're cutting off they're cutting their pay again. Basically, they were getting around up to 20. I don't even know if this was still. They had a bonus basically for up to 20 for $20 an hour. You're working at one of the biggest parks in the industry in North America. It's one of the biggest volume of guests coming into that park. You have to deal with a lot in the heat, and
I think I saw someone being an apologist for this on Twitter, and I had to keep my mouth shut because I was going to lose my mind.
Yeah, no. There's no reason that you should be... There's no reason you should be working damn near Busch Gardens wages. Like, that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't on Busch Gardens for this. You shouldn't be working... If you're doing this, you're giving your blood, like your sweat, damn near tears, maybe even blood. And I'm not even trying to say it's like they're doing the most rigorous stuff, but it's like they should have quality of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do any job, you should have quality of life. That's just my opinion. I'll always stay out here. It's the, like, I'll always state. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's seasonal. Doesn't matter whatever. If you're giving your existence to do something, you should be able to exist afterwards. It just seems simple as that. Oh, man. Like, but they're getting rid of that bonus. That $5 per hour pay bump's going away, so now it's back to 15. And
dude,
it makes...
fucking... I hope they all quit. I hope they all quit and the fucking place can't open.
And it makes sense why I noticed so many international at Cedar Point. And to be honest, a lot of them are fantastic,
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even putting this against them, but I'm saying they are almost taking advantage of them now because they don't have to tax those wages. So not only are you cutting the wages of the actual, people that live here, you're basically saying, oh yeah, we can hire all those because we don't gotta hire and screw over international workers because they can't really say no once they're here. They can't just quit. And we don't tax them; they're getting paid less. It's just crazy to me. I don't know why it's so hard to realize you will get a better quality worker and more people that give a damn about your job and not just quit after a month or so because it's ass. Because you're paying them. The quality of the work relates to what you're paying them. And right now it's just like, we're like, you have to get these international. You have to get people in visas, which is like, it's fine. Like, that alone is fine. Like, I have no issue with that. It's the more so the fact that they're kind of handcuffing them once they're here.
Yeah, I mean, we're late stage capitalism.
Yeah, and that's kind of the most I will get into any of that. But for real, it's like, just pay your workers. And I feel like that's essentially what I will say it all the time. Like, that's the most I will ever, like, pay your workers. That's the bottom line. And you will get a better work culture. You will get people that care about the job and want to actually build on the park.
But I hope everybody that went there for $20 an hour quits.
Yep. Yep.
and they can't run their park until they pay them $20 an hour minimum.
And really, I can't say I'm surprised about all of this.
No,
But it just
and,
I'm gonna shit on it when I shit
and,
on it. That's the
and
topic
everything's
cast.
going to go downhill. Like
Look,
not just because of that, but because of they're clearly doing the shoddiest things possible.
right.
People will still be apologists for them and intimate, and yeah. I
So
digress.
I will always say,
I'm hungry. Sorry.
no, you're good. We are not like, at least for me, I'm never trying to get into a media day or something. If I get into one, that's great. Shout outs to Coach Heat for allowing me to go to Iron Menaces last year. But
Yeah, that's huge.
because of the stuff I say, I've never expect because I just say how it is.
Oh, see,
I don't ever expect to go. But to be honest, whenever I do go, it's like, okay, cool. It's more so I'm there for the people, not really the ride. It's like I'm probably going to get more rides and better rides when I come back later in the year than that media day when it's the first ride that everyone's getting on. They don't know, the operators don't even know how to operate it correctly yet. Like it's like so many slower intervals in between, so it's running super slow. It's probably cold as hell. Like generally speaking,
I would have killed to go to that. I love Doherty's culture.
yeah, and so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like talking to Jess, and like he will even talk to like Sophie Balger for a bit. Like that stuff was cool as hell. Like seeing Marcus there on a whim from shout out to Drunk Riders, like and Buzz Bars members like Joey, and all that was fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was great. Saw Park Visions there for a bit too.
Oh, that's awesome. I hope they continue to maintain their operating standards.
Yeah, they're actually. I actually can't say that on the cast, but I will say, when they're in peak season, they actually do have good ops.
Yeah.
When they're in peak season, I can't attest to their later or like when the kids go back to school, and they have to throw in people.
I had September. I had a great time.
Okay, well, there you have it.
Yeah, well, I just meant with like the upcoming changes of Cedar Fair and stuff.
Oh, that okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, isn't like Ryan's position like he's kind of like I don't know. I can't speak too much actually.
I actually don't
say
know
too much
because
I don't know how much is like disclosed or not disclosed. So I will say no more.
So I feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of those positions are there, but they are not going to be faces, if that makes sense. Because I know they put out something where I literally made a joke about it, where it's like, they said like, hey, the face of this east side of Six Flags or whatever is gonna be like on the social media side is gonna be Bugs Bunny and like Looney Tunes. So basically, I don't think we're gonna have parks where it's like that media manager or this person or that marketing man. We're gonna see their face talking about stuff in the rides, what's coming. We're probably gonna see Bugs and like a graphic or say, hey, what's up, Doc? Here's what we got coming. And just talking about updates and whatnot. We're not going to have Jeffrey, like the Jeffreys and the faces of the parks, I don't think, anymore. But they are going to keep them for where they work. So, like, I do think they're going to keep Jeffrey, if that makes sense. But I still think they should keep, like, I don't know if they would get rid of, the stuff of like Doherty, to be honest. I haven't heard of anything about that, but in my opinion, if that was something they were thinking about, that's a mistake. Because in my opinion, that's a big part of Doherty Park's culture. Is there not only the social media, but how they react to the fans. Like they're one of the few parks that truly appreciate. So hey, it's like if you're a fan, like come talk to us at the park, literally, and they will like actually hang with you and give you like hope you have a good time. Like it's great.
Super committed to the good culture.
So that's why I think for Dorney that would be a mistake. But for something like Six Flags America, even King's Dominion, we don't have. Honestly, no. I truly think you could use Kyle. So I think if you already have a face, bolster that face, in my opinion. But for something like Six Flags New England or Six Flags America or I don't know if Carowinds has a face. Didn't they get someone new recently? A new president, GM, sorry. You could probably use Bugs there or Snoopy.
Or Mr. Six.
No, please use Mr. Six because they resurrected him from the dead.
Yeah, but then they reran him over, right?
No, but they basically show that he has superpowers and lived, or he's reanimated and he's a zombie.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I don't know why they have such a hard time realizing that, like, he's perfect 2025 meme, like, material. They can just have him doing the dumbest stuff.
Everyone loves the music, right? Like,
Right.
it's super iconic. Anyone has heard that shit at some point in their life. Like, Six Flags has been everywhere since the 90s, right? So, like, everyone that would be at the parks and younger has heard that shit.
We like to party.
So good.
Now, why don't you do the? You should do a Mr. You should do a promotion. That's what you should do. You should go to the parks, dress as Mr. Six, and to bring back Mr. Six.
Are you calling me that old?
No, makeup does wonders. If you, so you can look older, because you're not gonna look like the youngest Mr. Six ever, to be honest. But the whole promotion might actually make them. You know what? We're gonna piggyback off of this guy.
The promotion on where?
On the socials, just randomly go to like
geez.
all these parks for your trips this year. Is Mr. Six. Be like,
okay. I mean, I feel like that would be a good like shorts or TikTok culture,
yep.
Since that's how you grow, and that's now illegal in these free states of America.
Well, YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels isn't, but we'll see, because there's so many random takes of like a random senator or like a representative saying like, "Hey, we should like give another appeal," and then Trump saying there who wants to do it. At this point, I'm waiting until Sunday to see what the fuck happens.
Yeah. Because I'm not a TikTok person because I am definitely too old, but yeah, I know its importance. What am I hearing right?
It just randomly started playing.
The pterodon flyers.
It just randomly starts playing, like.
It's that strong. That's its comeback, baby.
Well, Cedar Point, Six Flags, do better, and go fuck yourselves for.
Seas parks do better. Pay your employees more.
Yeah, all your parks. You should probably just think about that.
Hirschland, you guys are doing okay. Probably pay your people more too. I said, Hirschland, you guys are doing okay. Probably pay your people more too because they deserve it.
But Magic Mountain actually is getting a World's First.
Okay.
This is the last thing.
I feel like other podcasts would probably talk about this first.
Yeah, but fuck that. It's like to me it's somewhat interesting. It's a new concept, but why? Like, Hawk Vendelay said it perfectly. Shout out to the Hawk, because this seating
contrarian. I called him out. No, but he's cool. He follows me, so I like that.
I'm like, this does not look necessarily. It doesn't look uncomfortable, but I'm just like, it's weird. It's like it's basically an air glider, like you're on a motorbike, but it's inverted. So yeah, it's definitely a.
Looks like you're getting a prostate exam.
That's what I'm saying. The positioning is
I mean, flyers are like that. Like when you're on Manta, if you look up, it's like you're looking at the straight ass back of somebody.
Yeah, that is true. But
it's probably gonna kick ass, man. New Vacomas.
That is true. New Vacomas are very good, but this came with new permits. That's a project name. This is public permits, and it seems like this is the layouts for it as well. I kind of got put out here.
Do you have a urgent news alert sound?
No, but I can throw it in.
Okay, because there's apparently found pulled permits for Intamin to be working with Universal Orlando again, meaning the replacement for the Rip Ride Rocket.
Huh. That'd be interesting.
Breaking news alert.
They're just like, Intamin, do you want to be our... You know how Vacoma's working on all this stuff, and Mock's working on all this stuff in Europa? You want to just be our boy? Be our guy here? Because like if they really are working on something again for Universal, it's pretty funny. It'd be like 3 of their last main coaster projects would be Intamin. 4 actually, because Hagrid's.
Mm-hmm. Damn, I should have saved that fucking Twitter thread. Whoops, sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. But no, that's... I mean, at this point, probably is rumor. And until we see track and whatnot.
Wait, no, I think it was no. It was on Blue Sky. I think it was Alicia Stella.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, hold on.
People actually use Blue Sky. Hold up. I thought that was a meme. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
No, man, I love it.
Really? People use Blue Sky? Am I just like old?
Okay, here you go. Let me read it. Yeah, breaking news alert. Breaking news alert. Another notice of commencement has been posted for work by Intamin at Universal Studios Florida. This one is listed as, in quotes, equipment manufacturer. Universal has said that Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket is closing later this year, and many believe a new Intamin coaster will replace it. And then there's a whole bunch of cool information that looks real. Yeah, and she's also not one to spam false stuff.
Oh yeah, Alicia's one of the best for the Universal sources.
Yeah.
So. Oh,
right there.
This is it. I just overlooked it. So.
Yeah, breaking news 3 hours ago.
Equipment manufacturer? What does that mean?
My place smells like pot.
Good. Equipment manufacturing is the process of creating parts and components for use in other companies' products. This one looks like equipment manufacturer. I'm very curious what Intamin we're trying to cook up here then.
Yes, he has 9 saves. Heck yeah.
Very curious. But yeah, this Vekoma model is actually real first come to Magic Mountain. I'm assuming it's going to be a family model. And to be honest, that's a park that actually needs a family model. So it makes sense, but at the same time, it kind of is unfortunate the family coach is getting pushed back this far. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be interesting. It's a new model. I'll take it. And that is the news here. That is the news. So what? We doing Coastal?
What's the time at, by the way?
We're just under 2.
Under 2? Let's give one Coastal a shot. Because I need to eat. I'm pretty fatigued from the back-to-back 5 a.m. wake-ups.
No, you're not, man. I'm just kidding.
But I am down to Marvel after I eat, by the way. Shout out Marvel Rivals.
I will be making my way to the partners after, but
all right,
I can after. Well, actually, no, you'll probably be too late.
Well, what time you get there?
Probably like an hour from now, or hour from when I'll be so in.
Well, I'll be no, I'm gonna eat. So if I'm not asleep, hit me up if you guys want a game. But anyways, Coastal. Let's give it one and call it. What a breaking news episode. How exciting.
I think it's cool. Because that kind of confirms Intamin a bit. So now I'm curious.
Alpengeist.
Starting off with Alpengeist here in the Coastal.
It's my favorite to start with. Hey, baby. It's a taller B&M.
But it's not in the U.S., so we're fucked.
No. Because there's how many B&Ms are taller than that outside of the United States?
Why is Shambhala not coming up?
What about Shooting Star?
Where's that?
Which one's is Shambhala taller than 197?
Yeah, it's like 240, something like that.
Okay, all right.
So it's not in Spain, but it's shorter than. So Silver Star maybe.
No, wait, hold on. No, it's got an inversion.
And it's not a sit down.
What the fuck? So it's a hyper. Oh, what about a tall drop one?
Yeah, it could be.
But it has to be longer than 3,800. Oh, I guess we should read out the things, right, for the viewers.
Yeah, so it's not in the U.S. or Spain, and it's a B&M.
It is
it's not inverted or sit down, but it has between 6 inversions. It has at least 5 inversions, from what we know. We don't know yet.
No, it has 1 to 5 inversions.
Height of 197 to 200, between 197 to 249.
That's why I think it's going to be one of the dives, because the heights.
But a dive is never that long. Between like 3,800.
I was gonna say what's the longest dive? And it's not in the States. Fuck.
I think this is like a floorless or something. Almost, it's not.
They don't have floorlesses that tall, dude. They don't make looper. They're the only ones that invert, because this one has to have inversion. It has to have at least one inversion. Has to be a dive. Watch it be that fucking crazy Korean one, or that one that looks like the Domino's, the Domino's pizza box.
I'm trying to think of that one Chinese coaster.
We're fucked.
It's like a hyper.
We're fucked.
It's a hyper B&M wing.
Hold on. I'm gonna send a picture to the Coastal to Jordan. I'm gonna send a picture of the Coastal to Jordan. Can you move the mouse for a second?
I almost want to say it's like.
So it has 1 to 5 inversions. It is faster than 67, slower than 83. What about Shooting Star? No, Shooting Star inverts, right?
Silver Star.
Yeah, Silver Star doesn't invert.
Mm-mm.
Fuck.
I'm about to do Coaster Through the Cloud. I don't think that's the one I'm thinking. I think that's the Intamin, which is fucking me up. I don't know the one. Falcon? Is it called Falcon? Red Falcon. I want to say it's this. It's not China. It's not a wing. But 4 inversions. And wow, it's exactly the same height as Album Guy's crazy. But it's shorter. So it's in between 4,100 and 38.
Okay, what's the hint?
Why?
It's
why?
Watch it be that like weird Korean one or something that like we'll just never be able to spell. That's nuts.
Starts with a Y. What B&M starts with a Y? And it's in between 67 miles an hour and 73. Like, what the why?
It's got to be that one of the Korean ones or Japanese ones. Like, watch it have some weird asterisk. Dude, this is going to be hard.
I'm trying to think of every B&M that starts with Y. Like, I'm literally just like wording out titles of coasters. Bro, that's crazy. This is one of the few that might have me stumped. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Why? Not in China, Spain, or U.S. Not a wing, not a sit down, not an invert. So that helps too, I guess.
It's a like I said, it's got to be a dive, right?
I guess so. It has to be. But what dive starts with Y? Valkyria starts with a V. That's all I can think of. Gosh. Oblivion O. Yukon Striker.
Oh, does that for?
Yukon Striker.
How embarrassing. I called out the dive and we went to like some random country. God darn it.
Well, it wasn't U.S., so we always assume, oh, it has to be all these other fucking countries.
Yeah.
And not just, oh, right across the border, eh?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I feel Yukon. Wow.
Hey, see, I knew my dive coaster was a good call.
That's crazy though. It's almost 250. That's tall as hell.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, are we?
I can do one more.
Okay.
Oops, I didn't. So, I'm gonna go. I'll go with Superman. At America Rise Steel.
Fuck.
Nope, not US. Fuck. Not Intamin, not sit down. No inversions though. Less than 197. So it's a medium-sized coaster.
That doesn't invert. So that doesn't tell us much.
Length
that could be
underneath.
Literally any wooden coaster.
Okay, that gives us so we could put in like what's that fucking name? Woden, because it's not faster than 73. It's not longer than 5,300 feet, and it's not tall. So we can just get that out of the way and see what the fuck.
Europa.
So not Germany, not GCI.
Fuck.
So I wanted to focus on the height, length, and the speed. So now I'm thinking as a family.
It's short. Yeah, it's short and slow.
And not in Germany either. Short, slow, not in Germany. Let's think UK then. 13. That's not Intamin. Not a sit down. So I fucked up there too.
Rip.
So
Wait.
What's a smaller? I'm trying to think of the height. How's Uberkopf or whatever?
Dude, I don't know any small.
It's inverting Vekoma STC, but it has no inversions. Fuck.
Yeah. No, like you said, it's going to be some weird family ride that we've never heard of because it's, European or Asian. So
I'm trying to think. It might be like, what's that? Is it Timber? That is the small gravity group.
That's a sit down then.
It is a sit down. Thank you. Fuck.
Yeah.
So,
got to rule out your thing.
Do they have another Vekoma family? They probably do over there. I just can't think of it. But try to have a Gur sit down. Sit down. Storm has inversions. Man, US not inverting, not inverting, but not sit down. What?
Do they have one of those?
They just gave us the hardest ones.
That's all good. It happens.
And it doesn't go. It's not tall. It's not long. That is crazy. Not in the U.S. or Germany.
And my sugar's low. I'm never gonna get this.
Well, you could probably eat and play Coastal.
Yeah, I mean, I can't contribute, man. I'm so egocentric when it comes to like American coasters. What's Yeah, dude, this is gonna be some weird inverted fucking family coaster we've never heard of. Like a Dragonfly or Cologne.
No, not Spain. I just did it for the hint. Wait a minute. So Fantasyland's T? That's not really good enough hint because I already don't know.
Yeah.
I put in Montana Rosa, by the way. So it's not Spain.
This game's hard when it's.
It starts with a T.
Can't believe how bad I am at this.
Twist. Sit down. Bro, it's the thing. I gotta think of non-sit downs right now. Non-sit downs. Start with a T. Huh. It's not a. But I guess we don't know if it's not a B&M, but.
No, it could be a B&M. They have like Phoenix Rising type of shit that this would, you know.
But do they have that overseas?
Yeah, they have similar models, I think, especially in China, maybe. That's the thing. There's so many. There's Mexican ones. Like, I don't know what any of those are.
How much? Oh my god. I'm trying to think of something. Starts with V almost.
The Grizzly. That inverts.
Typhoon. I'm about to just do it just because it sounds small and not Belgium. That's versions. Fuck.
Yes. Hey, it was small. Good call on that. What about Tornado? That top one, Madrid.
But that's Spain. We already did Spain. That's the issue.
Oh, we did? Oh. We already did Belgium. What about Tic Tac Tornado?
I kind of don't want to try that. It starts with a T. It doesn't know sit down. Fuck. T.
I'm leaving. I'm gonna go fix myself a plate.
Go ahead. It's not the U.S., not Germany, not Spain, not Belgium. It's not a Gerstlauer, not an Intamin, not a GCI, not a sit down. No inversions. I'm putting in it's not Germany. I can't put in Eurostat. Oh my gosh. I'm cooked. I can't think of this. I might be throwing in the towel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna have to throw in random stuff. It sucks. I guess I'll throw out something. Hopefully it's it. Where's Bakken? Maybe that might. Denmark. So since it's been spinning, at least we got that out of the way. I even know what this park name is. That's the second hit. This is the first time I've been completely stumped. I just don't know. It's a Vekoma. Tron Light Cycle Power Run at Shanghai Disneyland. But the thing is, what threw me off, I would consider that a sit down. But I don't know what they consider that in here.
Yeah, okay. What was it?
It was Disney Tron Light Cycle from Shanghai.
Oh, that's insulting. God, we suck at this, huh?
But no, it's
redemption.
But no, I would consider that a sit down, I feel like. So that's I wasn't
because
even
it's a motorcycle?
Yeah.
But no, you wanna end the show so we can I can eat and we can maybe try to game?
Yeah, I guess so.
Like in a little bit.
So everyone, thank you for listening to us fail. This is the first time we failed. We gotta get redemption. Next time. So everyone, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed, listen to the Stonies next episode where we are covering all the awards from everyone given to the community. All the fun stuff we like to cover, all the categories. Throw in your answers. Follow at the High Rollers DMV on Instagram and at the High Rollers C on Twitter, and West Tower Coasters on Instagram and West Tower C on Twitter. You can follow Tyler at Brothers Back Row on Twitter. And is it Brothers of Back Row?
On the gram?
Yeah.
On the gram, it is Brothers of Back Row. No space.
Well, homies, I will catch y'all in the next one. Stonies are gonna be something special. Why is it snowing outside? Just go the fuck away. And I'm going to get some food in to just relax here. Yeah. So,
hell yeah.
Peace out, y'all. Take care. Catch y'all next one. Stay homey. Never know who you meet in this hobby. Peace out.